Greetings fellow tank commanders. In this video I'm going to be showing you two games I played in the US Sexton 1. This is a Tier 3 American Premium Artillery with regular matchmaking. The first game I'm playing is a standard battle on Liberty Falls with Tier 3 as the top tier and 3 artillery on each team. For this game my tank is equipped with a gun rammer, enhanced gun laying drive, and camouflage net. I'm using an American crew which only has 6 cents. And I am platooned up with Mixie 360, who is also in a US Sexton 1. So the two games I'm showing are pretty ridiculous, one as a top tier and one as a bottom tier. It is truly awesome what you can accomplish with these US Sexton 1s, especially when you have a platoon of them. My teammates moved forward right off the start, so it gave Mixie 360 and I plenty of fluffy targets to shoot at. I tried to take up more of a forward position with the US Sexton 1 on this map, just a little farther up than Mixie 360. It gives me a higher elevation, takes me a little closer to the enemy, and there's some good houses to dive into where I'm at, but the bad news is we have absolutely no one covering the 1-2 line. So at any moment we might have customers. That light tank slid quite a way considering he was going through water. I actually got a spotted target hit off of that one. I am lucky I didn't get spotted out myself though. Yay, finally we have a light tank to come block us over here. Oh no, it wasn't enough. Mixie, help! Always carry a spare US Sexton 1. It's a good thing the enemy artillery wasn't positioned just a little more to the left and a little more to the right, because quite a few shots in this bombardment were pretty close to hitting. Another great short-range kill by Mixie 360. But now we've both taken some hits, and only have 103 hit points left between us. That doesn't leave a lot of room for mistakes. I left quite a bit of time before moving out behind the house, but even still I was so close to getting guest shotted there. Now, although our tank destroyer teammate isn't AFK, he's not exactly playing either, but our third artillery is being a real hero and going out to spot. That would have been pretty embarrassing if that artillery had gotten away. Repositioning a little farther forward was a bit of a risk at this stage in the game, but it was a risk that paid off. I'm moving up here, that way I can hit the enemies that my teammate spots out at the back of the map with my HE shells. I wish my shots to support my teammate artillery had been more effective. He did a really good job moving forward and spotting out for us anyways. Since our tank destroyer teammate is not really playing, it's up to Mixie360 and I to take the enemies out. I have an excessive 37 more hit points than Mixie360, so I'm going light tank mode to spot out some targets. Although we are quite effective going shotgunning together, doing it this way should work out pretty well on this map. And we don't have a full complement of hit points to make a few close quarters mistakes. Only one left to go. Mixie, hell! I am in big trouble here. I do not have the traverse speed to get this medium in time, but thankfully Mixie360 with a perfectly calculated shot on the rear drive wheel of the enemy spins that enemy around, giving me enough time to shoot before we can unload again. That was awesome. Now let's check the post-game stats and see how we did. For this game I earned 32,000 silver without any multipliers and 4,693 experience with a 2x bonus. In this game I dealt 831 damage, assisted with 529 damage and destroyed 7 enemies while blocking 30 damage. This earned me a Mastery Badge First Class, Top Gun, Brothers in Arms, Crucial Contribution, a Stark's Medal, and Counter Battery. Now Mixie360 shared a picture of his post-game stats. Pretty much all the same medals, also destroying 7 enemies but with more damage, giving him a high caliber. Almost 1,300 damage against tier 3s. Mixie360 was bringing the pain this game. So that means as a platoon we destroyed 14 of the 15 enemies. Who was that kill-stealing teammate? I placed at the top of my team, earning a base XP of 1,203. I managed to hit 9 of my 32 shots, but I did also get a few extra splash damage hits there, which isn't common for the Sexton. Mixie360 hit 10 of his 22 shots. He is definitely a lot more careful with his shots than I am. Also, our T1 HMC teammate came third, so all 3 artillery at the top of the team. In terms of crew and module damage, I destroyed the engine in the FTBS, injured the gunner in the T56 GMC, destroyed the engine in the Panzer II, and damaged the ammunition and injured the radio operator in the Panzer IIIE. This second game is a standard battle on Mountain Pass with tier 5 as the top tier, with 1 artillery on the enemy team and 2 on my own. For this game I have the same equipment and Mixie360, but I'm getting the last bit of experience I need on a crew that has 4 crew skills and perks. I wonder what terrible things we have in store for our enemies this game. Maybe something like that. Bye bye tier 5. Mixie360 and I were very excited at the start of this game, getting to fight 12 tier 5s. That means there's a lot of hit points on the board, but we were a little disappointed that there weren't any KV1s. We like to perma-track them and take them down 12 hit points at a time. It is a truly painful death. I had a little bit of trouble getting shots here. Long distances, enemies on the move, and I'm not in a position to hit the enemies that came down the 9-0 line. Oh wow, another huge hit on a tier 5 tank destroyer. There goes another one. And another big hit on the side of the DW2. I'm very lucky this game to be getting these huge damage rolls on higher tier tanks. Usually I'm content with just hitting them for 80 to 100 and just consecutively hitting enemies. But RNG has found a way this game. Our medium tank teammate who fell back from the AB flank is now moving back down there, so at least for now we don't have to worry about getting flanked without warning. We don't have a lot of teammates to spot out and no one defending the base. We will get a little bit of early warning when the enemy goes through our cap, but during this long break in the action I want to make sure I was ready. I don't think I actually had the radio range to be able to see where the artillery was here. The enemy has triggered the base alarm. Shotguns out. He was no match for a US Sexton 1 tag team defense. Now all that's left is the 2 tier 5 heavy tanks that are in a platoon. By far the toughest targets in the game. But since our team is putting pressure on their base, we can assume they're going to be falling back. Oh no, the enemy is going with a divide and conquer strategy. That means Mixie 360 and I are going to have to fight an almost full health Churchill 3 at close quarters. That is a painful spot for a Churchill 3 to get tracked. He cannot get a proper angle on me on this terrain, but my gun's arc is able to hit him just fine. And in 25 seconds of pure pain, that Churchill 3 is almost down. Oh no, why did our team have to capture on a game like this? Now let's check the post-game stats and see how we did. For this game I earned 42,000 silver without any multipliers and 8,058 experience with 2 2x multipliers and 250 from an op. In this game I dealt 1,890 damage, assisted with 219 damage and destroyed 4 enemies. This earned me high caliber and a mastery badge ace tanker. I placed at the top of my team, earning a base XP of 1,446. I managed to hit 19 of my 34 shots and deal damage with 18 of those. Mixie 360 also had a great game with 837 base XP, dealing 1,046 damage and destroying 2 enemies. A good performance, but he did not have the same RNG luck I had. In terms of crew and module damage, I damaged the turret and injured the loader and the Wolverine, injured the commander in the M4, and damaged the engine in the P43. Well, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing those 2 very dirty games with the US Sexton 1. The things that you can do with this artillery are pretty crazy. Stay tuned for more awesome World of Tanks videos.